Romans 12:6 says, in his grace, God has given us gifts for doing certain things well. There are some of you that have the ability to do things that other people just simply don't have the ability to do. And that allows you to have influences on circles of people that other people wouldn't have influences on. It's really, it's an awesome if you think about it. So if I look out across you, I know that, for instance, okay, let's see. Who would I like to choose? Like Justin. Justin is a mathematic whiz, as I've stated before. Terribly boring. But he loves math, and God has used his ability he's tutored kids, he's taught math, he's at all these different things. That's something that's just a talent that he has. Mac is a stenographer. He's the court guy. Mac, can you read that back to me, please? That's what he does. Could you do that? I can't do that. All I know is that Matt gets to rub shoulders with attorneys and lawyers all the time that I will never, ever rub shoulders with because he has a talent. And whether or not we use our talents, whether or not we use those abilities that God has given us for God's glory is really, truly important. We have someone who attends our church who literally what he does all day long is he cuts down limbs in trees. He is like a modern-day lumberjack. He's up in bucket trucks, and he's cutting down, running his Husqvarnas and his steel chainsaws, and he's doing things. There's no one else in our church that I'm aware of that is that invested into being a modern-day lumberjack. And Evan thinks it's the greatest thing ever. Like, he's cutting down trees for Jesus all the time. It's a beautiful thing. My whole point is he's the only person, he's the only guy that's 6'4" with his huge chainsaw cutting down trees that's going to influence the people he's working with who are in that line of work for Jesus Christ. I'm never going to have access to those people. So that's a talent, that's a gift, that's an ability that only certain individuals have. Does that make sense? And you all have that niche. God gave you certain desires, certain interests, certain things that you're good at. Some things are crazy, I'm telling you. I read some of the posts that I see on Facebook, what some people do for fun. It's hilarious. I don't know. I was like, I don't see how that's fun, but other people are like, this is great. It's your talent, and it's all in what you do with it that makes the difference. I mean, who would have thought, listen, if you can play golf, then you hit the course with your buddies and your friends at business meetings and outings, and you swing those clubs all day long, smiling and singing songs to yourself and sharing Jesus Christ, even when you're duffing one into the pond and you want so bad to bust a club over your kneecap. You just say, I tell you what, isn't God good? Check out these blessings. Woo, another day. That's a talent. You just got to use that. It's either for God's glory or it's for the world's gluttony. Now, if you're swinging the golf club every single time and you're like, did you see that? Oh, man. You know I'm good, right? Odds are people probably aren't seeing you pointing your talents to Jesus. But if you can play and you've got an awesome heart and an awesome attitude, you can use your talent to impact the kingdom of heaven. Do you know how many times I've had the opportunity, and I'll talk about this in 2 weeks, share the gospel message with people while getting demolished on the basketball court? All the time. The sharing of the gospel part, not the getting demolished part. Some of you latch onto that and beat me up with that for days.